Africa leads Africa in the use of generative artificial intelligence, with just over 21% of people aged 15 to 64 using tools such as ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, or Copilot. Namibia, Libya, Botswana, Egypt, and Senegal also rank among the continent's top users, though overall adoption in Africa remains well below global leaders. The study, titled Global AI Adoption in 2025, A Widening Digital Divide, finds that nearly 1 in 6 people worldwide use generative AI by the end of last year. Countries with early investment in digital infrastructure and skills continue to dominate, led globally by the United Arab Emirates and Singapore. By contrast, adoption in the global south lags, highlighting a growing digital divide. The report also notes the rapid rise of Chinese platform DeepSeek in several African countries, driven largely by its free access and partnerships with local telecom providers. Analysts say this shift shows how lower-cost, accessible platforms could shape the future of artificial intelligence use in Africa, potentially bridging or bringing millions of new users into the digital economy. Now, I think this is a very fascinating report from Microsoft, and not because Africa is playing catch-up here, but because it kind of exposes how, uneven progress really is. Because South Africa leading doesn't really surprise me. Because yes, it doesn't really surprise me because South Africa over time have invested early in digital infrastructure. South Africa is growing, and I don't want to use the word it has grown really fast.
In the process,
put it that
still
way.
growing.
It has grown. It has grown. It's nothing compared to most African countries. I'm not talking of Rwanda. Let's leave Rwanda. But compared to other African countries, Nigeria, other very pronounced African countries like Nigeria, Ghana, and whatnot, South Africa is not. We are not close to them when it comes to digital infrastructure, when it comes to how fast their digital landscape is moving, and when it comes to even skills pipelines, when it comes to enterprises, when it comes to tech adoption and whatnot, even tech investment, South Africa is not joking about it. They have been doing a lot with it, and what does surprise me here is how quickly AI is becoming normalized among young people and, working age Africans, despite all of this weak infrastructure we are talking about, no network, you cannot afford data. Some people cannot afford standard flagship gadgets. We are just rattling around mid-budget gadgets and whatnot. But let's be honest with ourselves. I feel like using AI tools is not the same as, benefiting economically from AI. Yes. It's over time on this, I've said it when I have to talk about AI, how we leverage AI, how we utilize AI. It all boils down to how we utilize it and then the responsible use of it. Because many Africans are just consumers. We cannot lie. We are just consumers of most of this AI. We are not creators of them. Yes, we are just consumers because what are we using them for? Content creators dancing on this thing. Not like it is not good. That is part of the contribution in that value chain of, the digital landscape. But then we have not seen most trainers from, trainers of AIs, owners of these systems. I can say only a few of them came out, but are they pronounced? They are not pronounced. Some of them have even squashed. But I think the distinction here really matters because if you are only promoting tools built elsewhere, then the value chain will still leave our continent behind. Because we are praising Africa now for, using generative AI. But I think it is good, not like it is not good. But I cannot be praising this continent for playing catch-up. I've always talked about us not playing catch-up. So then I will come and be praising us for playing catch-up. No, I'm looking at a country, a continent, Africa, where we will be producers of these things, we will be innovators of these things, we will be thinkers of these things, we will not just be consumers of them, dependent on them, you know. And I think the rise of platforms like moving away from Africa using it or not, I think the rise of platforms like DeepSeek tells another story here, that Africans are not, you know, I think Africans are not brand loyal. Let me put it that way, because wherever something is cheap, that's where you see us. And I don't know, I think they are just, we are very cost sensitive, we are very access driven, and I guess that could be tied back to our economy challenges in most of our countries. Yes, we are just looking for the cheaper way out, but then we don't want to remain at the rat race of the tail end of the, you know, rat race. We want to at least be there, move along with the world, and I think it's okay, but not that okay, because this is not about, I mean, I know that we are talking about survival here, but I just want an African continent that will move beyond talking about survival measures every time, you know, even praising survival measures. We should go into creativity. Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
Creativity, in as much as creativity is the key right now, we see many of our young people that do have this creative mindset, want to do something, but the finance is not there. The government is not really putting eyes on these people to empower them. How can you help? You can actually have a group of people where you can send out to learn these things, come back to this country and invent them and teach other persons, and then from there would go on and on and on. But these days we are saying that we, like you said, we appreciate what we are getting from outside more, and we so praise it that we are involving it in our day-to-day activity. When AI, the invention of AI came into play, many people were like, it's going to take our jobs and all that. But right now, I think we are the one we are the consumers more. When it comes to
worker.
When it comes to AI, we are the ones consuming, because when you go on TikTok now, you see what they are doing with AI, you'll be like, wow, this thing was another person's initiative and thinking that came to play.
Exactly.
What are we actually looking at here?
We just keep being testing grounds.
Are you sure we're going to?
We just keep being testing grounds. Yes, because that we enjoy
appreciating.
Just appreciate. We want them to do it. They do it for. We understand that we are lagging behind when it comes to infrastructure, this and that. But then, like you said, that's where the government needs to come in and understand that, you know, we have to move from adoption to production time around. That's why I say we'll keep on being testing grounds, because when they make it, they bring it here, come and test it. And we know how to test very well. That's why they'll keep bringing free features. These features, I'm using free features.
Will I say we enjoy it? Like
we enjoy it too.
The fact that
I am an African, a proud Nigerian, and even especially Nigerians, we enjoy free things.